Happy Sunday, everyone. Hello. We are here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. We're in Interlagos, Sao Paulo. Interlagos, I think, translates between the two lakes, doesn't it? Or in between in between two lakes, possibly. But there we go. That's all. That's already ruined my translation. Anyway, but before we start the stream tonight, then of course, I'm sure many of you have heard about. What happened in Moto GP3 earlier on today, where Jason Dupasquier unfortunately lost his life. He's only 19 years old, wasn't he? Absolutely horrific news there from for everyone involved in motorsport and things like that. Yeah, very sad news indeed, really. That's very sad news indeed. And of course, MotoGP did still go ahead. I don't watch much MotoGP anymore, to be honest, because since it went to BT, I haven't really I haven't followed it because it used to be on. I think it used to be on. Didn't it used to be on ITV or something along the lines? I know it used to be on Eurosport as well, didn't it? But yeah, that was such a shame then to hear that young man that lost his life there. Only 19 years old. Then that's when your life has barely begun. Then, hasn't it? Goodness gracious me. Anyway, yes, we're tonight here in Brazil then for the Brazilian Grand Prix round 21 out of 22. We are almost at the end then of ALR on Formula One 2020. My goodness me, absolutely incredible stuff. We've had some fantastic fantastic races, haven't we, over the course of F1 2020 now. Emerson, of course, has been undefeated on F1 2020, hasn't he, really? He's won both the championships that we have hosted in this season, so we're brilliant stuff doing. Same with Renault as well, then. Renault, we can't just give Emerson all the credit, and the same with the Renault team as well. Of course, as they're undefeated as well in F1 at 2020 terms, especially this season in season 5, because they've got all the gold, haven't they? Good job that their car is kind of gold, isn't it? Well, it's yellow rather than gold, but my word, they are very much the trendsetters, aren't they? As we are loaded into the session as well, let's quickly go through the drivers and the constructor standings, because there is still a lot to be determined, isn't there? Over the course of the next 2 races or so. Then, of course, we have 8 races in total for ALR, 4 in Brazil. Of course, we go from tonight, it is gold. From tomorrow, it is silver, and then bronze and cobalt completes the events then in Brazil, and then next week it is Abu Dhabi, the final time then for ALR. We'll be racing on F1 2020, as it will be in Abu Dhabi as well, and I think 3 of the 4 championships have already been decided, haven't they? And maybe that we might see the Bronze World Championship also crowned here tonight as well, as a reminiscent then of potentially the 2008 and 2009 championships as well, and also 2007 as well. You can't forget that. I'll try and forget that season because of course, my man Lewis Hamilton didn't win it that year, did he? Unfortunately, as he got stuck in the gravel trap in China, and then in Brazil he had a mysterious gear shifting issue. Anyway, going back to ALR tonight, then it's all about the battle for 3rd and 4th, I believe, and all other things that are going on. Then, of course, also we need to wish Farf, of course, the ALR Gold admin, a superb job this season. Very much kept us all on our toes. Very happy birthday indeed. I think he's at 3 decades old now, so good gosh there, Paul. You're going to need a Zimmer frame next year. So yes, happy birthday to Farf as well. Of course, he's not hosting tonight, as he is out. He's out on the old booze, I believe. So happy birthday to Farf. Good stuff indeed. Anyway, let's go through the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Emerson leads the World Championship, 207 points. He has already broken the all-time points record for ALR, which I think was 380, something like that. Well, he's on 338 now. Ridiculous numbers, isn't it? Carboy in second position. Absolutely amazing stuff indeed. And of course, the awards have been open out there for the past couple of days. And if I was allowed to vote, I would have been voting for Carboy for my driver of the season. In third position is Nosey, 12 points in front of Total Peas. It is getting Total Peas needs to be within 26 points of Nosey to keep his third position aspirations alive. Gerben in fifth position. He is also very close to perhaps not being able to make it into third. He's got a very well, it's almost over for Gerben, unfortunately. Liam Yeh in sixth position. Great season for Liam Yeh as well. Indeed, Jesus moving up into seventh position now. Pillars dropping down into eighth. V Todd, a solid season in ninth position. Well, Mr. Lee in 10th position now. Unfortunately, Unfortunately for Mr. Lee, I say unfortunately, he had an absolutely brilliant season, didn't he, last season? And then I got to say, if he matched it this season of the highs of last season, he would have been absolutely. I got to say, he would have won the championship. Mr. Lee is unfortunately he hasn't matched the heights of last season, but still, Mr. Lee has shown that he is a very well-rounded driver indeed, and he is definitely he's half the he's more than half the reason that Ferrari is so Ferrari got the points that they've got, really, haven't they? So well done indeed then to Mr. Lee. Our drivers moving up and down. Then Lost Souls has gone up into 13th position now. He's moved up 2 positions now. Tango and Equals dropped down at 14th and 5th position now. Heartbreak for Tango last week as once again technical gremlins has blighted his weekend and his season. As it for Tango, hopefully he can have a bit of a clean slate here tonight and get some points on the board in the relegation zone. Is Summer Wing and William and Gunnar currently all occupying the relegation zone and going into silver for next season. In the constructors standards, it is like this. Before we go into the constructors standards, let's talk about Indian Jesus, shall we? As he comes up to the line, as their line is just over. So you can see it's a very unusual pit. Well, it's an unusual pit, but it's a very unusual start-finish line here, isn't it? Of course, it's, you go down and half the grid is pointed down, half the grid is pointed up. Then Indian Jesus was faster than, but Gurman has just eclipsed in there by 9/10 of a second there in the Haas car. A lovely jubbly indeed there. Vitage just started us up as well. They're all quite coming across the line fast and furious stuff. I love it there, said. On board with William Nancy is coming down into turn 4 as well, which I don't think is late descent, really. I've been calling it wrong for 4 seasons now. Goodness me, I need to be slapped with a wet fish. In the constructor standings, Red O'Reilly, the constructors world champions, they are 221 points in front of the AlphaTauri team. I think they've also broke the all-time constructors record as well. Gunnar in third position. Can Gunnar get some points there in the last 2 races and to really keep him in the world in gold then for another season? Mr. Lee there, just watching him now in the beautiful Scarlet Ferrari. William there is just coming out of Magulio to dive. We've got McLaren in third position now, 87 points behind the AlphaTauri. I think the AlphaTauri basically just needs to outscore McLaren by 2 points, and that's it. That's sort of done and dusted, really. But I think it's all up to play for third, isn't it? With Racing Point only 11 points away from McLaren. Haas are only 2 points away from the Racing Point team. Williams are only 10 points away from the Haas team. Williams has just jumped up in front of the Alfa Romeo, and Alfa Romeo dropped down in 7th position. Mercedes are in 8th, Ferrari are in 9th position, and Red Bull completes the top 10 then. William has gone second fastest, but then Total Peace has gone second fastest. Now Gurman looking very strong. Do you remember he could have and should have won this Grand Prix last year, shouldn't he, in the silver category? But unfortunately, he pushed the tires too hard. Didn't he? He got a puncture. Didn't he? And because of that, there it cost in the race win. And Gamer got his first pole position that day as well. Also got his first race win as well. And it really set him up, didn't it, for the start of this season too? For the start of this season in silver, I should say. But unfortunately, Gamer has come up short in terms of the championship prowess as well. Right then, so I've got to quickly go for the comments. And Emerson, lovely helmet, by the way. Oh goodness me, that's a very much Ayrton Senna inspired helmet perhaps there. I'm loving that then. I've been watching the 1990 and 1991 season reviews then, which I got for me birthday a couple of weeks ago. So Emerson's gone second fast then. 619 then. Booyaka. If anyone remembers Rey Mysterio, goodness me, there we go. Anyway, enough about that. But Emerson's got second fast then. I've been watching the documentary, the season reviews of Ayrton Senna back in 1990 and 1991 then, when he won his final 2 world championships. Wow, Lost Souls, goodness me, it's Liam, yeah. I was trying to get to the right hand side there, but it's so narrow around here, isn't it? I've got to say, it's very difficult to get out of the way a lot of the time, isn't it? Lost Souls, I know he scored points last time out. Good stuff indeed there for Lost Souls. He is quick, isn't he? He just needs to get it all wrapped up, doesn't he, as a package, and he will be scoring more points then. And the Red Bull team do need it, because I think they're bottom of the constructors at the moment, aren't they? So Lost Souls and Gunnar needs to get some points then, don't they, too, so they don't finish bottom. Red Bull was, of course, remember in the first season in ALR, Red Bull, of course, was the cream of the crop, weren't they, with win the constructors. But unfortunately, since then they've been really struggling, aren't they? Lost Souls goes full fast. I just to underline how great, how quick he is indeed. That Cowie's just starting us off as well. Liam, is also into the first turn as well. This is the Cineras, and Jonathan Cox is invalidated. This time he's going to have another bite of cherry there, isn't he? I think Cowie is just into turn 4 4 as well. Anyway, let's go for the comment show. I've been waffling away for 10 minutes. 10 minutes too long. Good, Jonathan Cox. Good evening, John Emerson. Hello. TK. What's up? Hello, TK. Diash is saying, I think that I'm not sure what Diash said there. I think it was a good bend, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Diash. Cryptic saying, I'm here to see what good quality times is. Cryptic is just going to start from the back again. No, I'm hoping for a good Brazilian Grand Prix qualifying on Tuesday. This track, though, is quite nice to overtake on, isn't it? Of course, you can overtake down into the center S's, can't you? And also you can overtake down into turn 4 as well, which I've been calling late descent, and I don't think it is. I need to get the track map up, really, as Gurman's retired from the session just as his teammate Cowie goes into 5th fastest so far. This first qualifying session, the aim is for the drivers is to make sure that they jump out of the bottom 5, and if they do, that means that they should they would have got through and into qualifying 2. That is our only aim in this qualifying 1 session. Of course, Naughty is not going to get out that way. He's invalidated his time, unfortunately, the naughty young man, so he's going to have to go around again. Jonathan Cox invalidated his first attempt. Here's his second attempt now for the British Italian driver, and accelerated up the hill. 9 minutes to go in the session, and the top 4 are very happy with their times, aren't they? And probably they don't need to go out again. But it looks and I was looking into the track evolution there. Jonathan goes 6th fast, I said, in the Renault. Good stuff indeed. That Tango into turn 4 as well. Nosey is just coming out of turn 4. There he is. And now coming up into turn 7 as well then for the Racing Point team. Remember, it's only a couple more races left for the Racing Point team, isn't it? So of course it's going to be an emotional send-off then for the Renault team, who have won 3 out of the 5 constructors championships they have participated in ALR. And I'm sure that one time they didn't win it was actually season 3, I think it was. And the reason why they didn't win it in that season was because I don't think they had a team towards the end of season 3 they didn't enter a team, did they, for the final couple of races for the Renault team. But my goodness me, what a legacy they've left the Renault team. And of course, it's Team Endstone, isn't it, normally? But Renault is above the name on the door. Gnolsi just goes into a very fine 6th position there, and Tanga goes into a very impressive 4th position there. Good stuff indeed there. But the Renault team then, of course, will not be a part of ALR next season, and nor will the Racing Point team either. They will become the Aston Martin team next season, as Diego's racing in now, and the Renault team will become Alpine Renault for next season. And of course, that is Renault's more sportier brand, isn't it? Alpine is there, and looking forward to seeing those 2 cars in action as well for next season. I've lost where I was on the comments. I really apologise. It's because I knocked it. Oh, Kakarot Goku, good luck, guys. Then Emerson there is, it's all dry then, as YouTube is calling him a spanner by the looks, and he's got a spanner next to his name. Oh, goodness me, that's a bit rude, YouTube, isn't it? Diego into the 2nd sector as well. It's very technical. Serious Mushroom, evening, and good luck, everyone. From Serious Mushroom, Josh said, get the poll then, Emo. We've also said, we say no to Renault then. Bro Grillo, go Team Renault. Emerson, John, hello. Sean from me and Tess as well. Good evening, Todd. How are you both doing? Diash saying, don't be silly. Good evening from Scuba Stu as well. Great to have you all along for the ride then. Ayrton, hello. Good evening, Ayrton. I'm going to tune back in half an hour to watch a Q3 and all the racing. Good stuff indeed, though. Cryptic, we look forward to seeing you back in action. Danger Times has just gone faster than the Williams there. Danger Times is Diego goes 13 fast. Danger Times, I'm a massive fan of Danger Times. He's magnificent, isn't he? In the 3 races that he's participated, he has been magical. He's had 2 pole position in the first 3 races, and I think he's scored in every single Grand Prix he's participated in as well. So magical stuff. You have Danger Times. It reminds me of the man we're on board with now, Cartboy. Cartboy, of course, handled 3 races towards the end of his in the start of his career in ALR. Towards the end of last season, he really showed glimpses of brilliance there, and Danger Times is definitely doing that, isn't he? Cartboy, look at that, almost off the track there, very much using all the track and then some. That is what the best drivers do, isn't it? And they're just accelerating up the hill, coming out of Yung Kao. No, that's the dive. It is, no, well, it's Yung Kao, isn't it? It's the junction, isn't it? Yeah, and Magulio is the dive. Cardboy's gone 13 fast set, which is a little lower than what we normally see Cardboy at the moment. I'm wondering if he might just need to get himself going again then. Just watching V Todd, he's down in the bottom 5 at the moment. Now, Murphy back in the Alfa Romeo, which is the car he started in the beginning of the season. Was that Murphy was had some wings and unfortunately not racing tonight, and I feel that he's only going to have one more chance and to get himself out of the relegation zone if he can do do that, but I gotta say that Abu Dhabi is quite a tough cookie to crack, isn't it? And just coming over the line as well, and Vital is about to start his lap now on board with Vital going down into the centre, as I said. Just taking a look at the old video comments again. Then we've got Emerson saying both me and Ayrton have got matching centre helmets for this week. Then with a lovely yellow and green helmet. Good stuff indeed there. Gunnar saying good evening everyone, and good luck to Gold as well. Diash saying Sean can speak German. Is there anything Sean can't do? Well, to be honest, I think that was more of a, I got Google Translate out. So there we go. I was cheating on that one, but I think it was a pretty appalling translation anyway, so I do apologise, Diashi. Then, but of course, Diashi, a part of the bronze grid then, which he's also driving in the Renault car as well, isn't he? I've got to say, Renault has a strong roster. Oh, no! Oh, goodness me! And Vitot then get on the power, too much out of the horseshoe, and because of that, then he went onto the grass. You can tell it's like us, it's very much an old school circle, isn't it? Because there's grass everywhere, isn't there? Oh, we don't have many gravel. I don't think we have any gravel tracks around. We do have grass then, which definitely going to catch out the unwary, isn't it? Of course, there is going to be more grip on the track rather than the grass, then, isn't it? And Mr. Elite then is currently in the drop zone as well, along with Canete as well in the second. Williams Danger Times is happy with his performance there. He's a 10th for second in front of Gurman there, and that's nothing to sneeze, is it? Nothing to sneeze about. And Mr. Elite then coming out of the pine tree as well, then, which I think I'm making up these names sometimes because I'm sure that's not what the quarters names are, is it? But it just feels right to me. Maybe I should actually, probably I should really. Any person who has any hint of professionalism in this job would probably research that, won't they? Really, but there you go. If you prepare to fail, then fail to prepare, or something like that. Out of turn 15, then comes Mr. Elite. He comes across the line. He improves by 6,100 a second, and he is at the limit of that car. At the moment, that limit of the car is not enough, though. It's Canete is just going to 14 fastest. That is good enough. Equals going across the line. He goes in the 9th fastest equalizer. He's a very good qualifier equalizers. He does seem to struggle in the race there or thereabouts. But I got to say, this season there's been some mega performances there from equals, as there has been for a majority of the drivers. Digger saying, "Come on, equalizer," who is just popped himself in another position back on board then with Indian Jesus 12th fastest. Mona Canete, who is just on an in-lap. Liam is out of the pits as well. We're going to keep an eye on what Liam could do then, just on board then with Indian Jesus. Tango saying, "Evening, how are you? I have a special helmet for you just next week, just for you." Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Then, of course, it really gets I really love a good helmet, don't I? It really gets my blood pumping as well. I got to say, I quite like Indian Jesus' helmet as well. It's, I think it's a very unique design, isn't it? Because every time I'm on board then with the McLaren, I automatically know it's Indian Jesus. Remember that I do think then I'm a bit traditionalist about helmets. I got to say, if you see a helmet design, you automatically exactly know whose helmet it is, don't you? Because it is Indian Jesus 9,000 of a second slower there. Like Martin Brundle's, you know exactly Martin Brundle's helmet because I think it was white, majority white, then with a bit of dark blue and red is it on this helmet there. But you instantly know it. Same with Anthony Davidson's helmet as well. David Coulthard, who had the Scottish flag on his helmet, of course, beautiful helmet indeed. And Mick Hakkinen had the dark blue, the Finnish flag, didn't it? But it was going from dark blue to lighter blue, wasn't it? Down the side helmet, beautiful helmet indeed. Then Nosey is going for a second time run on those soft tyres. V Todd locking up the inside front tyre as he is going into yeses as well. My goodness me, that's commitment now from V Todd. I love it. Liam, currently in the drop zone at the moment. He a lovely shot here from the rear wing, by the way, as we're going down into turn 4 as well from car 66 there. I'm building up once again. Car boys all up as well. Cadete is at 4,900, so second up there. Knowlesy coming out of Magulio, now coming up into Young Cow 4,300 second there. Knowlesy is and accelerated up in the hill now, and you can see the graphics down on the right hand side bottom of the screen as he built up to 180, 185 to 190 miles an hour into almost 200 miles an hour as he comes over the line, and Nosey improves by less than a tenth of a second, but it's enough to get him in front of Indian Jesus. And Canete has abandoned his time and come back into the pits. What about Diego? Diego is full beans as he comes across the line, and Diego goes stays 13 fast as Indian Jesus is just cruising back to the For some reason, I had Uncle John from Jamaica there in my head from Venga Boys. But goodness me, I'm going to break out in song tonight. We have got Guna just starting us up. So less than a minute to go. Liam has got one more shot at this, and that's before if he's going to be able to get through. Cardboy, a much better time. He goes 6 fast. That should be enough. And I say a much better time. It's only half a second better. I say only, but in Formula 1 terms, that is night and day, isn't it? In the real world, it's not too much at all there. Liam, yeah. Oh, it's Gunnar. He's had a snap of oversteer at Gunnar, and unfortunately, that is him eliminated from qualifying, I believe. What a shame now from Gunnar, and that might be him out of qualifying, unfortunately. So that is such a shame indeed there for Gunnar, and that's a huge blow. What about Liam Yeh then? Liam Yeh looks like he is struggling on this circuit at the moment, isn't he? Liam Yeh is, but of course, this is his first season in gold, isn't it? After making the step up from silver, and I think he's been one of the more stronger drivers, doesn't he? Emerson saying then Q3 is looking very tasty indeed. It is, isn't it? With Danger Times, Gurman, Emerson, and Total Peas, and we got Cardboy and Tango there, a Whisker, and Lost Souls. My goodness me, the list goes on and on and on. Those 7 drivers already into the 6th, my word. And Liam, yeah, improves. He improves by 10 per second, but it's not enough. Liam is out qualified at the moment then. V. Todd has found a lot of time then, but is it enough? It isn't enough. He's found almost half a second now, but it's not enough. And V. Todd also had to qualify as well. Going to come back into the pits then. So what does Mr. Elite need? He needs to find at least 2/10 of a second then. If he wants to participate, he's found it. And can he get himself through into qualifying too? As Mr. Elite then needs all the grunt from the Ferrari power unit in the back of his car, and he is now up to the line. Then this is where he needs power, and has he got enough power? He has got enough power. He is through into qualifying too. Magnificent indeed. Then we got Diego, who is just finished off his lap as well. I think unfortunately, I think we know our 5 drivers that have gone then, and here are unfortunately, I was going to say the Fab 5, but they're not the Fab 5 in this instance. There is out qualifying. Diego goes a bit of improvement there, and he goes into qualifying too as well, and look at those times at the top there. But of course, we're going to be looking at the bottom 5 now. Murphy out qualified there, no time there for Murphy, as he is out qualifying. That's both Alfa Romeos out, unfortunately, so they look to be lost at sea this weekend. Gunnar in 19th position now, unfortunately, he's out of qualifying. V. Todd is out qualifying, but look at how close these times are. It's ridiculous. 1.1 seconds there. It's so close, isn't it? Liam Yeh, who's 0.8 of a second away from the benchmark pace, and he has found himself out of qualifying as well. Canetti also out, only a whisker away as well. Mr. Lee has got through by the skin of his nose cone there by 0.06 of a second. He is through into qualifying too as well then. Serious question, I've lost all my setups last night, so my helmet will be white. Stupid game then. Oh yeah, I've got to say that we do have 3 drivers now with default helmets there, which really upsets me. But that hopefully Serious Question could get some kind of helmet design going then. I can't remember, I must admit though, I'm in gold mode today, so I'm going to have to have a look at Serious Question's helmet then, just to remind me of what it looks like then. Alright, into qualifying too then as well. We have got Nightbot, who I need to ignore. We got Serious Person saying, look at 8th to 13th. Wow, I got to say, look at 1st to 18th. It's ridiculously close, isn't it? 0.8 of a second there. Impressive stuff indeed there. Figures was 1.1 seconds actually from 1st to 18th. Incredible stuff indeed there. Liam has said that unfortunately came across a Gunnar, unfortunately, and we've seen the back end of that. I think the Gunnar might have jumped out of the way then, if that was the case then, rather than had oversteer down into turn 4, but unfortunately that is hurt. Well, both Gunnar and Liam are out of qualifying, and that's not good at all, is it, for Liam? And yeah, I'm wondering if that was on the start of his lap then, which is such a shame, isn't it, really? Is that Equals is thinking that there's going to be a downpour, as he was flicking from the wet to the from the wet to the intermediate setup as well. So just on board now with we're on board now with Diego, as he is just coming through the second part of the lap as well. So he is on an out lap. Then if Diego gets through into qualifying 3, I'll be very impressed with that. Of course, but he's not here to impress me. Is it? Not very. Of course, he is not. he's not here to impress me, is he? Not by a long shot as well. Then, as we're just now on board. Then Diego, he's about to start his lap as well. Then coming out of Yung Kao and going up the hill. Then, and my gosh, it is so hot today, isn't it? Oof. I actually ventured outside a minute ago, but that was a mistake because I think I've been burnt there. I was only outside for about 5 seconds to put the rubbish away because my flatmate's not here this weekend, so I've been kind of I've been a bit of a lay about this weekend there, and I'm kind of let's just say I live like a slug. Anyway, as we're watching Diego coming out to turn 3 and down the back straight as well, but yeah, it's hot, and I think I'm going to have to take my socks off in a minute as Diego coming down into turn 4 as well. 2 DRS zones around this circuit. Then we got 1 on the start finish straight. We got 1 on the way down to the corner that I've made up called Lake Descent, and then of course it's the technical tricky part of the circuit as well. And then of course those are where the of course, those are where the DRS zones as well. This Interlagos circuit, it's been on the it's been on and off the calendar for a number of years, because we had a longer Interlagos circuit back in the 70s, didn't we? And then of course this modern day Interlagos circuit reappeared on the calendar as well. Now I think it's up until 2003 was at the start of the Formula 1 season, wasn't it? It started off the 94 season and the 95 season as well. Did it start the 93 season? I think the Kyle Lamy did, didn't it? Or was that 92? Oh goodness me. I'm really starting to show my age here, just because of my memory. Diego's gone as fast as that on the soft tyres. Tango's gone 2/10 seconds quicker than Diego on the medium compound tyres. Good stuff indeed there. As just take a look there. Knowlesy is coming. Oh, he's invalid his time, Knowles, yes, so he's going to have to go for another bite of cherry. Mr. Lee is just starting his lap now then, and coming down into the centre. So I'm glistening. Oh gosh, we hadn't even started, like, oh my gosh, it got a bit excited at the end of qualifying 1 there, but oh my word there. Hang on a minute, let me just adjust myself. We've got Serious Person saying a wild gooner appeared, and I was thinking that actually. Serious Person, great minds definitely think alike, don't they? But I was to us, it's not something to joke about at that time of moment though, because unfortunately that may have cost Liam getting through in a qualifying 2, and of course Mercedes needs as many points as they can get there. Looking forward to seeing who wins the season awards then, with the 2 hands there up there from us as well. Yes, there of course I've also been I've just also seen a reminder as well then. Yes, that is indeed the case then. The awards are still open then, so get voting. I've already voted in bronze. I didn't vote for myself, but I think I do deserve a Driver of the Season award then, just because of my amazing second position in Mexico then. But there we go, that's just my opinion. And as Mr. Lee comes up to the line then, he goes third fastest. Good stuff indeed there from Mr. Lee. Just taking a look at Jonathan Coxon starting his lap as well. Cart Boy is on the medium tyres, and where's Cart Boy going to come then? But seriously, get your votes in as well, ladies and gentlemen. There, of course, we've got a bit of a different voting system this season, haven't they? So you, the drivers, get to pick about who you think has been really good this season. Who do you think? Oh, it's Cowie there, almost into the barrier. And, wow, he had to get out of the power. Quite nifty there, didn't he? Oh, my word, that was getting very perilous indeed, wasn't it? Jonathan now, who's, I think we got Emerson out on circuit as well, just on board with his teammate Jonathan at the moment. Yeah, so get your votes in there, guys. And, of course, there is, you got to vote for Overtake of the Season, Driver of the Season, and Best Performance of the Season, Most Improved, and all that kind of jazz. And so put them all in there. Of course, in the voting, and the voting is still open. It is a moment in time. So get those votes coming in there. Of course, there is it's very the award being there's quite illustrious the awards are in ALR. So keep them coming in, guys. And it only takes about Jonathan goes third fast. It only takes a couple of minutes, and because I think I did it when, well, actually, I can't really tell you what I was doing. Well, maybe I can't. I did it when I was on the loo. As we're just watching Ecross going sixth fastest in the Mercedes as well. Good stuff indeed there from Ecross. And so, yeah, it doesn't take too long then to get those awards done. I haven't said that. But having said that, then I do spend a long time on the can. Gurman coming out of Yung Kao then as he accelerates up the hill. And when is he going to get done as well? What time is he going to get done? Becca has just asked, factor 50 sun cream, Sean. I got a special factor. It's a factor 100. Gurman goes, oh goodness me, he's got the X factor. So like Gurman has there. He is fastest out by 4 tenths of a second now from Lost Souls in second. I'm loving this at the moment. This is really good, isn't it? And remember, these are just, if it was a boxing match, match. This will be the opening jabs, won't it? William goes 6 fast there. William needs to get some points on the board as well, otherwise he'll be down into bronze, down into silver next season as well. Total Peas there coming out the horseshoe and coming down into the dive as well. Of course, Verstappen, I think that was the first time, I think Verstappen, was it the first time that he drove a Formula 1 car here? Nope, I tell a lie, it was the Japanese Grand Prix, wasn't it? But I do remember, the Japanese Grand Prix practice session, but I do remember Max Verstappen having an almighty moment in 2014 in the Toro Rosso car back then. Total Peas ain't going to be concerned about Max Verstappen, he's concerned about his time on the board, he's gone third fastest there, good 17 there from the Ferrari driver, and he is the quickest on the medium compound tyres. Well, good for me, we had the McLaren guys just teleporting to screen now. Indian Jesus taking a lot of curb, and that McLaren is looking a bit skittish on the old rear there from Indian Jesus. He's had a good season now, hasn't he, Indian Jesus? That's very good stuff indeed. Scooby Stew, no thug life, only slug life. Yes, yeah, it's appalling, really, is that? But I have. That's what we do most of the day. I've been cleaning up the flat before my housemate gets back there. As got to say, he is very much a spring cleaner. Whilst I've kind of not too much of a spring cleaner. I've got to say, I didn't even know where the cleaning products was until today. Indian Jesus then is now coming into the technical part of the lap. Then Emerson there is on the just started his lap as well. Cowie's invalidated, so he's going to have another butt of cherry then. I think that Indian Jesus has backed off, and according to telemetry, I'm back with Emerson as well, sporting the lovely Ayrton Senna-esque helmet. Good stuff indeed. That the sun on the bottle would burn him though. We've also got just voted for me because I can't remember the races ever. Serious Russia. Oh goodness me, bad form there, Serious Russia, bad form indeed. But of course, remember that if you do think that you deserve a award for a category, of course, go for it as well. Because I must say, I don't think I'll vote. Serious, I don't think I've voted for myself on any categories really, because there's been some outstanding drivers in bronze, haven't there? Of course, Dylan has just stepped into ALR and really his consistency's been second to none. As I say, Gurman's retired from the session, so is Tango as well, but do not worry about that. Emerson coming up to the line as well, and Emerson goes third fast, and he is the fast on the medium compound tyres. Indian G is going for a second bite of cherry. No, he isn't. He's abandoning his time again then. So we're just watching Knowles then. Going back to the awards then, yes, of course. If you feel like you do deserve an award, go for it as well. But I know the likes of Reflections and Dylan have been very impressive in a bronze season. Leclerc's hand up and down season. He's very quick, isn't he? But goodness me, he does seem to find trouble, don't he? As he had a very eventful Mexican Grand Prix. My word, there. I gotta say that it felt like the old Racing Point or the old Force India from back in 2017 and 18 with Ocon and Perez. My word, there. War of the words there between the two teammates. I must say, I quite enjoyed watching that back though. But of course, I did end a bit unsavoury by the looks of things as well. But I love the Mexican Grand Prix, but it was a bit messy at times, wasn't it? As so as I was saying, I only voted for me on one. I'm thinking that was from going 18th third down for the performance of the season. Yes, well, I got to say, Serious Russian, there are some good candidates in that category, then, but I think that I would have voted for you as well, because I think that was a cracker of a race, but I can't remember where it was, but I just remember being blown out of my socks then as well. Jonathan is saying he's struggling for pace. Of course, Jonathan returns back to the cockpit after 2 weeks out. Then, of course, he did race in Japan now and had some pace in Japan, but was very unlucky, wasn't he, Jonathan? But great to see him back in action tonight. Then he is, well, I say he's strong for pace. It says he's strong for pace. He's a very fine sixth position at the moment now, so not too bad. We got Danger Times then in fourth position there, and the Williams there doing a good job indeed. We've got two super subs then for the Williams tonight, and there's unfortunately Pillars and Dynamo Dan cannot race tonight. And Dynamo Dan then is like Dynamo Dan. I think Dynamo Dan's had a great season as well, to be honest. I think last time in Mexico qualifying, he really showed what he can do in that Williams, can he? And I think that Dynamo Dan there is Indian G's their third time's a charm, but he's done 4 laps on those soft tyres. They're not going to be very handy, are they, after a couple of laps on a race trim there with where the car's going to be full of fuel as well? So that might be a problem there from Indian G's there. But I don't. Oh gosh, there, and William there had a whipper slapper there of oversteer, and unfortunately he's had to take a evasive bill of action there from William there. He's currently in 11th position there. He's been on pole position before in the Belgian Grand Prix back in season 2. And he's now coming to the hill as well. Oh gosh, it's sort of taking me socks off. I haven't done any good whatsoever there. Of course, we're coming into the final, the last two Grand Prix of ALR Gold, Silver, Bronze, and Cobalt. For the first time this season, we've had 4 leagues, haven't we? Wow, very impressive indeed. Well done to all the admins, by the way. Of course, Farf, it's his birthday today. Well done to Farf. Well done to Farf and Nosey, who have been the joint Silver admins for the past couple of weeks. Good stuff indeed there. Of course, we also, Dan as well, who's was the start as a Silver admin at the start of the season, did a great job, didn't he? Dan did, but unfortunately he had to step down, didn't he? And I think that's really he assembled together a very respectful group, didn't he? In Silver there, very tight as well. How tight the rate of the Silver drivers race is beyond me. It's absolutely brilliant, stuff indeed there for the Silver drivers to race so tight and get into very minimal accidents indeed. Then, so yeah, hats off to them. Very good stuff indeed for all the Silver drivers there. But thank you to Farfan and Knowles then for stepping in to help out for the Silver. We got Bronze, which is at Knowles then, of course. He is my admin mode, but I don't think I've been reported for anything yet, then, which Knowles is going to be very relieved. Then, of course, Ayrton, who's, of course, is very new to the admin team. William goes second fastest. Great stuff indeed there from William. 2.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. I should see him safely through, but William is on the soft tyres. How is that going to be in terms of race strategy as well? Equals coming to the line as well. I love an Equals helmet as well, there, as he is a... third fast, and he was loving that then, as he was very much spamming the DRS button as well, as a Cartboy goes a half a second quicker as well. Lovely shot at the pit entry now, but I want to see Cartboy as we got Cowie now, who is had to abandon his opening run here, so he's going to have to go on another time lap as well. Jonathan, who said he was struggling for pace, and he's gone to the soft tyres. Now let's see what Jonathan can do. I wonder if Lost Souls and Tango are going to be a bit concerned by this then, because the pace has really started to ramp up now with 2 minutes to go in this session then. Jonathan coming down the hill now into late descent. Yeah, but of course there are also Cobalt, Ayrton as well, and Ayrton then doing a great job. So I think this is his very first admin kind of job there. And I gotta say, actually, luckily I'm not a proper admin now. I don't think I'm an admin at all, really, because I just sit here and speak absolute nonsense. But I think that it's a very difficult job to do, and yeah, sometimes it could be. It can be very difficult indeed. Then, well, I thought Cowie backed off him, but I must be, unless his steers ain't working now. But look, he's on 0 there. I'm sure he's on 0 earlier on. But don't listen to me. Cowie is in 5th position now. Magnificent time there for Cowie, and that is safely through at the moment. Then Jonathan coming out with young Cowie, only found a 10th for a second there. But yeah, good stuff indeed there for all the free admins. Good stuff, and free admins. It is free, isn't it? And then we've got Jonathan there coming up to the line then, and Jonathan goes 6th fast in front of his teammate at the moment. So a lot of drivers that are going to be very concerned about their positions there. Diego is now starting stuff as well. William is retired from the session. He is very happy at 2nd position at the moment. Good stuff there from William. There's a Cryptic Alibi is back with a brand new wrap then. Good stuff indeed, Cryptic Alibi. Of course, he was, I think he left and he was going to come back for qualifying 3. So good to have you back indeed then. Serious Western, a 7-3 on medium tires. I wish I was showing like that, Jonathan. Yes, I was going to say, I would love to even get within 2 seconds of that time there. So Jonathan there struggling with time then, but he is back in the 6th position as well now. Is that going to be safe though? We'll find out then. So we've got both the racing points there, who looks like they're staring to the abyss at the moment. We've already lost one driver into the abyss, and that is Tango out of qualifying in 12th position now. Less than a 10th of a second up in the second split time. Diego is, I don't think this is going to be good enough at the moment, is it? As he is now flying up and over the hill, then coming into the final stage of the lap. DRS right on the money. Cowie is retired from the session. He is happy with his performance. Diego goes to 10th a second. Has he got enough time? Equals retired from the session. Well, Equals up to a very fine third position. Nosey half a second up in the second split time. They're gaining a lot of time in that technical S sector there. Nosey almost all 4 wheels off the track. That doesn't matter. He is 3rd fastest there. And that is a very good time indeed there. Jonathan is 7th fastest. Emerson there is 4/10 of a second up in the second split time as well. What about Indian Jesus? Indian Jesus only a 10th of a second up as he flies past me. There he is there. Oh my word there. So now coming up to the line then. Where's Indian Jesus go? He goes 6th fastest. Where's Emerson go? go. Emerson goes second fast, and we have got a lot of drivers that are going to be concerned. Cardboy is one of them. Danger Times is out qualifying. My goodness me. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, wow. What about the two Ferraris? And here's one in the Scuderia out of the final turn. And Mr. Lee goes 11 fast. He misses out by a whisker. And here comes Toll Peace. He goes 5th fastest then as well. Great stuff indeed then. Have we got any more time on the board for Diego? And I think he's abandoned his time and come back into the pits then. And, wow, one into qualifying at 2 there. Diego out of qualifying, down in the 15th position now. Tango in 14th position now, but I've just read that he's not even interested in starting on the soft tire there. Tango is there. That is why he abandoned his time quite early on then. Let's take a look at the 5 drivers then that are out of qualifying. Diego out of qualifying, down in 15th position there. Tango not interested in the soft tires in 14th. Maybe Danger Times might be thinking the same in 13th. Mr. Lee in 12th, and Cardboy in 11th position there. Jonathan is through. Everyone into the 9s and below are through. Fantastic stuff indeed then. We got a great qualifying free coming up in just a minute then. Only one team is gone through into qualifying at 3 then, and that is the Renault team. Everyone else then, every other team now has only got one representative going into qualifying 3. That's very, I'm loving that diversity, loving that indeed. Pillars saying, don't worry, I'll be back next week. Gutting on missing tonight then for Pillars there, but I think Pillars in 5 starts there. It's had 3 podiums then, and he scored 59 points, and that's pretty impressive from Pillars making a return to gold this season. Sarah's saying it's okay, Pillars. Danger Time is putting in a shift to cover you then, stint to cover you, I should say. Tango saying not interested in starting the soft tires. A great lap by Equals too. That's a very good time from Equals, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic stuff. As we're getting into qualifying 3 as well. Got a really sweaty knee. Right then, we got 10 seconds then into qualifying 3 then. So this is where it's really, where it's very much game on then for the top runners, isn't it? And this season in terms of, it seems, this season, if I can get my words out, I'm too excited, I tell you. This season in terms of pole position rate then, Emerson's had 9 pole positions this season. We've had Total P's on pole position twice. We've had Gurman on pole position 3 times. Jonathan has been on pole position as well. Yeah, very impressive stuff indeed. Then we've had 4 drivers on pole positions. Nope, we've had also Walker on pole positions and Milan on pole positions as well. So we've had 6 drivers in total on pole positions this season. Are we going to get a new pole position tonight, or are we going to get someone else to really raise our stock then? Gurman then current. Oh, look at the sun there, blinding Gurman there, blinding me as well as I look up. Goodness me, it felt like the beginning of the Lion King. As Gurman there is just on an outlap in the Haas car at the moment, and I tell a lie, we've also got 2 Haases into the top 10 as well. I apologise profusely there to Gurman and to Cowie. That is very much poor form, isn't it? So just watching that. So Gurman is the first driver to cross the line set time, and then we got Emerson, who's next in the grid on the cube. Then we got Total P's, followed by Knowlesy. They're all out quite early on here in this qualifying session. I wonder if some drivers there might have been saving up some tyres and go for a 3rd lap here. It's quite a quick lap, isn't it? We're doing about 65 to 70 odd second laps around here as we're going into the centre. I love that shot, by the way. That shot, I think it was actually a bit lower down, wasn't it? The shot, but I remember the shot at the beginning of the 2008 Brazilian Grand Prix there, where you seen the black clouds rolling in, didn't you? And it was I think it was downpour, wasn't it, at the beginning of the 2008 race there. A very tense 2008 race as well. It was the championship, which was decided on the almost the last corner there. I've got to say that's much more dramatic than Man City's win the Premier League on the last day as well. But of course, that's because I'm a Formula 1 fan as well. And also as well, they're just keeping it in. Congratulations to Chelsea on winning the Champions League last night as well. Good stuff indeed there. So I've got to say, all the finals for the football, in terms of football term, have gone very well for me. I must say then, all the teams I wanted to win have won. That's a great stuff. Well, of course, obviously being a Liverpoolian, I would rather have a Liverpool won a final, but it doesn't matter. I'm being very greedy now because they won the Premier League last season. As I'd like to put that little snippet of information in. Here comes Gurman with his snippet. Well, he goes fastest there. Oh, just as I say that, Emerson has gone 2/10 a second quicker. quicker. Good stuff indeed there. Pease is third at fast motor. Emerson's found 2/10 of a second out of his back pocket. Good stuff indeed there. Where's Nosey coming? I think Nosey's invalid. It's time, so his guys are another by the cherry. We've got 2 McLarens in there as well, so I'm absolutely appalling because I'm sure that I said that there's only 1 full team in qualifying 3. Well, there's actually 3 full teams in qualifying 3. Jonathan is one of those 4 teams, and he is full fast at the moment. What about Cowie? Cowie is starting his lap now. Lost Souls coming out of Young Cow. We've also got Equals who's, oh gosh, did he kiss the arm Cole there? My word there. He comes across the line, Equals as he goes 5th fastest. What about the Red Bull of Lost Souls then? And coming out to the line, Lost Souls goes 4th fastest. Just 340 to a second in front then at the moment there. Cowie is on the first sector. Injured Jesus on the second sector. Nosey is inviolated again. Nosey has Nosey there. That's 2 runs there gone from Nosey. He's going to be a bit disappointed with that then. As we just watched it, Indian Jesus said, and now he's coming into the dive as well. Serge was saying, going to be so sad in 6 weeks when I've been in this game then with a winky face. Well, and we've also got Diego saying this will be fun as well. It will be, won't it? As I love this race out. Of course, it's usually action packed, isn't it? It's old school as well. I expect safety cars galore as Indian Jesus goes at 7th fast, and Cowie up to the line as well. DRS wide open there from the letterbox from the rear wing then, and he comes to the finish line. He goes 5th fast as well. Cowie is looking on fine Vettel at the moment, isn't he, in that half car? Very good stuff indeed there. Williams back out for another shot then at the pole position. This will be a second pole position of his career if he can get that pole position, of course. Because there's a lot of drivers. I know, but Emerson going for his 10th pole position of the season then, and if he gets it as well tonight, then that would be his 21st pole position of his career as well. I remember his first pole position didn't come until I think it was about 11, 12 races into his career for Emerson. Actually, didn't get it till Japan at season 2, did he? As of course, there is very much a, and of course, you get used to those laps there from Emerson now, don't you? But yes, that was his first pole position. And here's William. His first pole position was back in Belgium season 2. Then William comes across the line there, almost off the circle, isn't he? As we go down into turn 1. And Diego saying, "I love this race." Wow, 6-4 then. What a time there from Crit to Galabai. As yes, that was from Emerson deep then, and I gotta say, I thought 6-6 might have been the quickest, might have been pole position there, but I'm absolutely wrong on that. Last season's pole's time was a 1:08.479, which was set by Jonathan last season, wasn't it? We're almost 2 seconds quicker than that. That is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? The season before's pole time was actually Granty on a 0.99.932 then. That is absolutely mega stuff indeed there. Oh my goodness me then. I don't think did it rain in last season's qualifying 3? I don't think it did it? So that is an absolutely, they found 2 seconds on this game since we last raced around here. That is incredible to say the least, isn't it? As David saying, one of my best circuits that I love to see. It now. Everyone's best set. We have got William going 4 faster. He is very much on fine form tonight, isn't he? Emerson is currently in the pit lane as we've got Gurman going for a second by the chair with 5.5 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Look at the heat haze coming off the track. Then it's very hot then here in Interlagos, isn't it? In the first sector time, he's a less than a 10th of a second down at the moment there. It's as a Crypto Boy was impressed with the 6 foot, and as Serge Runner said, "I've seen better in my dreams." So we're just watching the Gurman now into the technical part of the lap as well. No cars in front of him, and he should be fine. And there's a Red Bull on an outlap, but it's Lost Souls then, who is it? Young Cow is he's going to be building up the speed now because he doesn't want to lose any speed out of Young Cow, because now he is not going to touch the brake pedal until turn 1 there. Almost 15 seconds later, a 10th of a second up. Gurman is in the second split time. Let's see what has he got in his store then. What has he got in his power pack as he comes up the hill then for the Haas car, powered by the Ferrari? And here he is then as he comes over the line, and he needs to find 2/10 of a second at the very least. Oh, goodness me, he hasn't found it, but he's a whisker away. Toll Pease, and he's had a good lap. He's had a great lap. He's on pole position now. Whoa, 6-3. Wow, amazing stuff indeed. Then we got Nosey cut across line. He's 8 faster on Nosey. Liam has left the session. Hopefully that's not discussed. And hopefully he'll come back in the not too distant future. Incredible stuff indeed then. Lost Souls in the second part of the lap as well. I wonder if those drivers are out early, because look at those rain clouds coming now. I haven't even heard about them. When Emerson was talking to us in the comments there, we was talking about a dry session now, but there is clouds coming over now. And the overcast, the beautiful blue sky is turning overcast. Lost Souls using plenty of the track and then some out of the final turn. And up the hill now, building up to speeds at over 180 miles an hour already. Then he's onto the DRS now. Liam is back in the session, and good stuff indeed for Liam. Then Lost Souls goes full fast. He's on the second row of the grid. Oh, lovely stuff indeed then. Oh, amazing stuff. And German there is going back into the pits and 3.5 minutes to go then. So, has anyone got any tires left? And Total Peace on pole position at the moment. This will be his third pole position of the season there for the Ferrari drivers. He comes back into the pits. Equals coming across the line. Equals there's a 10.5 quicker on his time. And good stuff indeed there for Equals. I think of very much a center inspired helmet as well. I think now with the beautiful green, yellow and blue. But I think in more Equals' traditional helmet colours. Great stuff. Almost 3/10 of a second up in the second split time. Almost 4/10 of a second up in the second split time there from Indian G7. He flies past us, and he's coming out to the line then for the McLaren driver. He's currently slowest of the top 10 so far, which I'm quite surprised to see. Not anymore. He's 8th fastest there. Indian Jesus, and he's a very good racer, isn't he, Indian Jesus? So yes, wherever he qualifies now, I expect him to be with a couple of positions as well during the race then. Great. Absolutely magical stuff indeed. Lost Souls coming into the pits for 2.5 minutes to go there. Has he got enough time to do another lap then? It's going to be very tight, isn't it, to say the very least then. So now then, we're coming up into the final sectors on then. Here we go then, as we run out then. Critical Alpine was last season, was it an 8? I think it was then, according to the older spreadsheet then, but it's 2 seconds slower. So I'm not sure if it was raining or not in last season's qualifying session. I can't remember. However, the seasons before qualified fastest, that was also the season before was a Granty who set it on at 09 now. Remember, that was on the 2019 game though, wasn't it? Cowie has gone into 7th fastest, and we're on board with Cowie going for a lap time now then. And accelerating the way down now as we're just coming down the hill as well. We weren't 0.2. We weren't seeing a 0.2, were we? Well, I've got to say, I'm absolutely dumbfounded by this pace here tonight by Pease, Emerson, and Gurman. I know there's been a lot of practice going on in this weekend. So of course, the silver drivers there who want to finish off strongly, don't they? The likes of Curly, one of them, they're very interested in getting those practice sessions up and running. He's the practice master. Oh no, he's off the circuit. He's invalidated his time, hasn't he, in the Haas car? Has he got time? Well, he's got time. Has he got the fuel? Has he got the urge built up as well then to go for another run then? Oh my goodness. And here we go then. And now then we're just accelerating now then. Here we go then. So Cowie then has got one more shot then. Jonathan is first sector time is a 10.5 up. That's a good first sector time then. William then coming down into late descent as well. He's less than a 10th of a second up there. Let's keep an eye on what Jonathan is doing and accelerating out of turn 5 as well into 6 and 7 then. This was a very difficult corner in the when they first raced around here. Jonathan is off and just I was told about Jonathan's gone wide there. He's got 40 seconds to get round to the start of the lap and start off again. And Cowie is going for a second bite of cherry. So is Nosey as well. Then Emerson's on an outlet with half a minute to go. Then Indian G-Sen is he is now coming into the pits. Our Indian G-Sen, William there is coming into the second split time as well, and he's got a car in front of us. And who is that? That is Emerson, the world champion, I think it is. And we're accelerating up the hill as well. Or is that Jonathan? That's Jonathan. I apologise. But now we've got William then, who's coming up into the final sector as well. Let's see what we can do then. And Indian G-Sen William then to the far sector. William goes third fastest. My goodness me. He's shown the talent before. But now he's really putting it together, isn't he? That's a great time indeed there for William. Magical stuff indeed then. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Cowie's 2/10 a second up in the second split time. He is going to be on the third row of the grid then. He's going to be Lost Souls, Indian Jesus territory here. Let's see. He is. He's in 5th position there. A whisker behind his teammate. Less than a 10th of a second. Magical. Gurman is had a bit of a slow second sector. And what? Say slow. So. And Gurman comes across the line then. And he is a whisker behind then. Nosey out of the final turn. And Nosey goes 9th fastest then. So he starts 9th on the grid then. Emerson then has now cut to the line. And Emerson's final 10th of a second. Is this enough? Is it enough? It is enough. It's pole. But he's done a 6-2. My goodness me. Pease didn't violate this time, and he is back into the pits there. And unfortunately for Pease, that is it. Jonathan then, who's a less than a tenth of a second down on his second split time as well, as he flies past us as well and coming up into the finish line as well. And Jonathan comes and he goes there, he fastens in there, a whisker away, but it is Emerson on pole position at his 10th pole of the season. Wow, that's a 50% strike rate in well, actually it's just under a 50% strike rate in his season 5 season. Well, season 5 season, yeah, that'll do. Season 5 for Emerson, his 10th pole position, 21 Grand Prix starts, magical time, a 6.2 there for Emerson as he just keeps lowering the benchmark. Oh, I hate to play limbo with this man. Fantastic stuff indeed then. Total Peace alongside him on row 1 then. Total Peace had a miserable Mexican Grand Prix. Let's see if he can get himself back up there. Third position, William there. That is what we know, that William has got the pace. We know he's got the speed. We know that he's got the talent. And today he has really shown it. He is on the second row of the grid for him and McLaren. So can William there get himself some points? He's currently in the relegation zone, is he, at the moment? William is we want to see William in gold next season. We want to see him fighting at the top then. And that is exactly what we're seeing today. I love it. This is magnificent. As we're going into the race itself. Critical by a 6.2. Wow. That is incredible, isn't it? I'm really like I'm questioning myself now, because they can't be 2 seconds quicker than the last season we raced here. Surely that doesn't sound right at all, does it? Critical Alibi saying good luck, gold driver saying last pole position was set by Jonathan over 08. The track might have been greasy then, perhaps then, but my goodness me, 2 seconds quicker. Oh, absolutely magical stuff indeed then. Oh gosh, I really wish I didn't wear this grey shirt now. I do have a Lewis Hamilton top on, but don't worry, folks. I am neutral as ever. But I really wish I didn't wear it, because I've got a big old, got a very sweaty patch under my armpit at the moment now. That's just qualifying as well. So it's going to get a lot worse than that. So I think that it looked like I've been going into the shower fully clothed then by the end of this one. I think then. Oof. Gingers don't like the sun, that's for sure fact. But I know someone who will like the sun, and that is Emerson, who's on pole position for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's absolutely perfect weather conditions out there. I'm wondering, because we did have a lot of cloud cover, didn't we, in the final stage of that qualifying session. I'm wondering then if if it was the cloud cover then, it cooled off the track a bit, which got those Pirellis into the perfect window, perhaps then. Or maybe it was Emerson who got into the perfect window. I am not too sure. But whatever the case may be then, he is on pole position for the 10th time this season then. It's his 21st pole position of his career as well. This has been, in terms of numbers, it's been Emerson's best season to date, hasn't it? And I think that in terms of numbers, I don't think anyone is going to ever get close to these records. But I thought that about Granty, remember, in season 3 of ALR, because Granty really lowered the benchmark as well, didn't he? Right then, let's take a look at the old tires, shall we? Just for saying, get naked, we can't see. Oh, goodness me. No one want to be seeing that then. Goodness gracious me then. But it'd be like what? It'd be like looking at an orangutan. Right, as we're now on a formation lap at the moment then. Let's go for the grid, shall we? 36 laps around this Grand Prix. There's a lot of lappage, just like Mexico a couple of weeks ago. A couple of days ago then. Emerson on pole position and his 10th pole position of a season. Great 17. Total Peace alongside him on row 1. Then these two shared the front row before. Let's go. We're on board then. Critical Boy said it was at 08 last season. It was light rain, but enough to dry on soft tires. So that does make a bit more sense now, doesn't it? Goodness me, they're already into Young Cow. That does make a bit more sense now, doesn't it? Because I don't think they was 2 seconds quicker, do they? I might have to put a W next to the qualifying times whenever it's wet or a bit of rain. Then Pete in second position. Let's go through this quickly. William in third position. That's magical for William. Now German in fourth, with Cowie fifth. Lost Souls in sixth. Anyone in the top 6 can win this race. Anyone in the top 20 can win this race, I think. Indian Jesus in 7th position. 8th is Jonathan, 9th is Nosey, 10th is Equals, all on the qualifying tyres. They set the fastest time for qualifying 2 soft tyres. Car Boyle on the medium and 11th position. Mr. Lee in 12th position on the soft tyres. Danger Times in 13th on medium. Tango 14th on the medium tyres as well. Same for Diego in 15th medium tyres. 16th is Canete, he's on the hard tyres. 17th position is Liam, unfortunately he got blocked, didn't he, in qualifying. He's down in 17th position there. V Todd 18th on the hard tyres. Gunnar going soft in 19th position there. He's going to be flying off the line there. Murphy in 20th position. 20 cars, and let's go for the side of Grand Prix as well. Search Mesham does like Emerson's helmet. There it is as well, as we're now building up for the start of the Grand Prix then. And when are those lights going to come on then? So as they adjust their steering wheel as well, that is, we have got the tower on the left-hand side just sorting itself out there. Emerson there is just, and there are the revs they're building. We got 5 lights on. Then when we're going to be off in Britain, there's a drive-through penalty for Nosey, and we're going for the Brazilian Grand Prix. There's a terrible start then for Nosey, and look at that McLaren going up the inside then as we go into turn 1 then, and has FAO got away quick. FAO got away. FAO going to see that Williams is steaming up the inside then, and that's an AlphaTauri who's gone off the circuit. He's had to get over. Lost Souls then is in the middle part of the pack as well as we're coming down into late descent as well. And there they are. And look at the floor, look at the background. Where I don't know where they are. And Pease is going for it. He's up the inside. He's going for the lead. He's going for the lead on the outside of the turn 7. Has he done it? He's on the outside. Emerson is going. He's going to just drive him off the track there. No, he isn't. Emerson has been very polite there. Told Pease is fighting. He's got the inside into the pine tree. He takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. But Emerson has the inside line going into the horseshoe. He does have the inside line going into the horseshoe as well. But he's got the inside line to the Magulio. This is incredible. This is fantastic. He takes the lead. There's a yellow flag in the back. One of the AlphaTauris has come across. It's Cardboy. Tall Pease leads the Grand Prix. What an incredible start. I was just poked on my head there. Incredible stuff indeed. Then Pease leads. Second is Hilton. Third position is William. But Hilton is coming back. Alamus should come into the center S as well. We're on board now. Look at this. He's a slipstream. Tall Pease has the fast off the race. And Emerson goes down on the inside to the center S. And he's done it. Or has he? No, because Pease has come back. Alamus well. Diorce has not been able to ignore that race. Oh, it's Emerson shows him the rear wheel. And coming now down out of turn 3 as well. Lovely shot, but we need to look forward. We are looking forward now as we're coming down once again to late descent. Gurman is not leading the race then. And now is Tall Pease. It's really pushing. He's on the inside. Oh my gosh, there he's on the inside. And the gloves are off then. I don't think Pease has got much to fight for the championship now. Yes, he does. He's got third position, I should say. And this is incredible stuff. And they're holding each other up now because William and Gurman are also fighting as well then. Incredible stuff indeed. Then the gap as Lost Souls has dropped back slightly. Then I'll say by say that. But look at this conga line then as Cardboy into the pit said Knowles has served this drive-through penalty for jumping the start, and that's crucial for the battle for third in the championship. Cardboy and Ninja G's are coming to the pits as well. We're not sure what happened here because we're still watching the front of the moment, and these two are absolutely magnificent stuff indeed then. Oh, Pease is off and he was pushing the car and he's pushed it too far, and Pease is starting at the top of the hill. And oh my word then, what a start to the Brazilian Grand Prix then. And Emerson's at the fast of the race as well then as Pease is just getting out of the way, and he is down at 13 positions there. Pease is. What an incredible start to this Brazilian Grand Prix as well. As always, Pease is going up the inside. Murphy is up into 13th position there, but that was to me great stuff indeed there for Murphy. But Liam, yeah, he is up into 8th position. Magnificent stuff indeed there for Liam there, and I've really I'm absolutely knackered after that. Emerson leads. Second position is Gurman. Third position is William. Fourth position is Lost Souls. Cowie in 5th position. Murphy has got past Diego. Now moved up into 12th position. And Murphy is flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. Good stuff indeed then. Yes, great stuff. Nosey unfortunately getting a drive-through penalty. We're not sure. But Cardboy was kind of in no man's land around this turn, wasn't he? And unfortunately, because of that, there unfortunately looks like he's had to come in the pits because of that. We've got Cardboy. We've also got the G7 issues as well. Both had to come into the pits early and throw on a new set of tyres as well, and also probably getting damaged. Tall Pease was pushing so hard, wasn't he? He was very much underneath the rear wing of Emerson, and wonder if he lost too much downforce there. Coming up this corner here, it's quite an easy kink, isn't it? But we have seen drivers go fair in the wet. But with Gurman there is really keeping on it, Emerson. But Gurman will now have the DRS yellow flag in free. Then we got one the Red Bull. Oh, Gunnar in the same place. Also has got 3-second penalty. Gunnar in the same place. That is, I think it was, we had a huge smash there with Mark Webber, didn't we? In 2003, Gunnar coming into the pits unfortunately then. So yes, he is in the pits. That's a shame now. Equals up into a magnificent 6th position. Well, brilliant stuff, and we're just on board then with Equals. Jonathan's got a 3-second penalty for his efforts as well. Danger times up 5 positions. There's a lot of drivers that have launched up the grid, haven't they? Great stuff indeed. Then let's go with the tyre size. Then to Cardboy has gone to the soft tyres and hard tyres for Gunnar, the medium tyres for India. So they've all gone different here. We're just watching Danger times into a very solid 8th position. Good stuff indeed. three drivers have got penalties already then. Total Peace there was really pushing, wasn't he? He was pushing Emerson all the way, wasn't he? And yes, I'm wondering if that's why he lost. They just probably lost downforce, didn't he, coming up here? And unfortunately, that is really that has cost him, hasn't he? He was really he was desperate to get past so now he got past him at one point, didn't he? That was absolutely magical stuff indeed. There, Lost Souls has got a penalty there for speeding in the pits, and he is retired from the section now. Lost Souls is out of the Grand Prix. He has damaged the car somewhere, but Lost Souls is out of the Grand Prix. That's not good. Oh goodness me, Total Peace we got yellow flag in sector 1 there, but not sure what happened there, but Total Peace there just slotted in the middle here, and Total Peace there is looking very racing tonight in car 2, up board the Ferrari coming down into Lake Descent then, and look at this, and Total Peace on the outside, he is flying on the Ferrari, and Murphy getting a bit squirrely on the old rear, and now we've got Diego also in the vicinity as well, but Total Peace are coming back for the field, and up into 11th position there, Total Peace those, I'm surprised that his tyres are still in good nick really, because when you spin these tires out, they're very difficult to get back in the window. But good stuff indeed there for Total Peace to get himself back into the race. And good stuff indeed there, good composure there. Equals he's on a magnificent race so far. We're only on lap 6 of course now, so we cannot get too excited for it. But Equal fans, magnificent, isn't it? Well, I'd say you can't get too excited. And there's me getting absolutely head over heels. Oh my word, there. Total Peace is a man possessed it. Oh gosh! Oh my word! That Tango and Total Peace. I thought that's going to be a huge smash into the pit wall as I come down to the center S as well. Oh, Total Peace locking up the inside tire. He is through, but look, there's Murphy there. He is hungry for more, isn't he? Murphy is. Oh, Diego there. I wonder if Diego had a bit of swap, had a bit of a back end there, getting a bit like that. Tango's got the dreaded red X there. Remember what happens when Tango gets the red X there? He seems to oh gosh, that exit the session there. Oh gosh, it's Murphy has gone inside him. Grief there. But unfortunately, yeah, Tango is out of the session at the moment there. And hopefully I can get your comments now as well, because that was an absolutely ridiculous start here in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Wasn't it a lovely shot here? Remember Tango dropping down the order once again on technical ground. Lost Souls on the DNF there. I have a feeling then that might be a of course if you retire in the pit lane, I think you get a freebie. Then if you retire in the pit lane now, of course you do get a 5-point deduction to your points. Then of course William unfortunately had a 5-point deduction a couple of weeks ago, didn't he? Yeah, it's really difficult, isn't it, when you're at the back of the field there? But I would suggest you must continue then, because it also hurts your constructors as well. And talking to the constructors, I didn't even mention it so far. Of course, Renault were confirmed the joint constructors world champions last week, weren't they? So Renault have done it, a good some deed done. But the battle from 2nd down to 8th in the constructors is magnificent, isn't it? So that one is not going to go away too early, is it? In this season, V-Top then is just getting past Tango as well, as Tango unfortunately out of the Grand Prix. Oh gosh, there, and Murphy and Diego there come to blows then, as I was just flicking past there. Murphy trying to recover, and he's not going to be oh goodness gracious me then, and that is not good, is it? It's oh good gracious, Murphy down into 16th position there, as I was just flicking past there. Carboy's got a 3-second penalty, and that is unfortunate. I wonder if that was a bit of a day late and $1 short then from Diego. Looking back at it again then, but I've only had a quick snap view of it, so I might be completely wrong there. I apologise if that is the case from Diego. Let's go to the comment, shall we? Troy saying, well, Emerson's had the exact same design as me. Great minds think alike then. It definitely does head as the Renault pair. They were teammates last week, weren't they? So Troy, I think Troy did a very good job in gold last season. Very impressive stuff indeed. I've just lost the timings there on the left-hand side tower. But what I do know is that Danger Times is quite close. And I also know that Mr. Lee's got a 3-second penalty. And I also know that Danger Times has passed Jonathan. He moves up into 6th position now. He is the highest runner on the medium tyres now as well. And as we're just now coming up to this is the battle for the lead. Then remember, Gurman was unlucky not to win last time we was racing around here. Well, last time Gurman was racing around here, which was a silver Grand Prix here in Brazil last season, wasn't it? As I'm trying to compose myself, Becca saying what an overtake is that was about Peace and Emerson there right at the beginning of the race. So magnificent, it was magical, wasn't it? To say the very least. The battles are quite condensed, aren't they? William has dropped off slightly. Cowie on a magical race out there at the moment, every full position. Magical seems to be my word of the day. Troy is side by side for most of the whole up there. What driving from the pair. I was just going to say, Peace, take a breath and reset, but never mind then. Nolte was a jump start, I think it was unfortunate for Nolte. Cowie's just got past William now, moves up into for a position there. William now almost getting a bit too interested in the back of Cowie's rear end now. But there we go. Danger Times is making up for missing pillars then. Yeah, indeed he is. Danger Times is flying along at the moment. He's the highest of the medium runners tire so far, and Canetti is all over the back of V Todd then, is he? Oh my word, then there's 3 cars here. I think Tango's back in the session as well. It looks solid to me. And here we go then. So now we're coming down into Lake Descenters. Wow, oh gosh, and Canetti there is Vito don't look there, but no dice there, no dice. Blatant Rage saying that Gurman has got this at the moment. Oh my word, there is Tango going this way and that way. So there's a Red Bull, and both Red Bulls are at the back of the field. Lost Souls out the Grand Prix, and Gunnar unfortunately down near the back as well. As Gunnar there is on the fresh soft tires, and as Gunnar is as he's trying to make his way back up to the back end there. Blatant Rage saying then that Gurman has got this. He is looking strong at the moment. It's the Gurman is just sat behind Emerson at the moment. And here's the battle then between Mr. Liam and Jonathan as well, who's also involved in this as well. Is he? No, he isn't. Now I thought he seen Jonathan. Oh, but I do see Peace. There he is there, and he's on the inside into the centre. There at the inside, passes his teammate. Job's a good one, and there he is. And so Mr. Lee dropped down to the 10th position. And Mr. Lee, Peace back up into 9th position now. And there is Jonathan there in the foreground in the red and so he's nowhere near this battle at the moment. Oh, and Peace, Siren up the inside. He has got some pace tonight, hasn't he? Peace has. But Liam there is not going to just give up this one, is he? Oh my gosh, they're banging wheels, and it's like going into turn 7 there. And Liam, yeah, magnificent stuff there. Oh goodness me, Peace is being forced off the rope there. Liam, yeah, has the position, he has the high ground. Oh, but Peace is on the inside. Oh my gosh, oh, Peace is aggressive there, but he's through, and Leo is going back on the inside then, and look at Pease on the outside there. My word there, Pease means business tonight, does he, in that Ferrari? And yes, I'm wondering if he's a bit frustrated about spinning earlier on as well, perhaps. But Liam, yeah, is now the meat in the Ferrari sandwich there. We have got the battle full of lead. I don't know where to look, as we got yellow flags. There's Canetti. Oh gosh, and that's down at the dive. Canetti is in the wall. He's in the wall. He's off. He's out of the Grand Prix. Oh goodness me, William has got past Cowie as well. And who's on the inside? That's Equals. Equals is up into third. Magnificent stuff indeed. And we're coming down into Lake Descent. And William there is not giving up, is he? Equals there. Brilliant stuff from Equals there. Just backed off Sydney, surveyed the scenery. And he's in a third position there. Equals is having a magical drive, isn't he? A magical drive indeed there. Absolutely great stuff there. Great stuff indeed. We've lost 2 cars in this Grand Prix. We've got Tango and Diego. Diego is all good speed. He's off into no man's land there on the medium tyres there. Yes, unfortunately there. He's not liking that turn. He's not liking that turn number 4? I think it's 4, isn't it? Turn number 4 at the moment there. Is Digger saying, come on, Equals. Oh my, Equals there as well from first version there. Pease has time to get back up there. Yes, sir, and that's what Pease is doing at the moment. They're very much asserting his authority, isn't he? And look at the centre. Look, Gurman there is going for the lead into the centre. Rest there alongside each other. But Emerson has the line. Gurman is flying around here at the moment now, just in a change of position there. I'm not sure who it was then. Canetti out of the Grand Prix. What a shame there for the Williams driver. Yellow flag in free, and that's a red ball off Gunnar has out struggling on the struggling the one there. Pease has got a 3-second penalty as well for his efforts. Liam, yeah, is very close to the back then, and there he is. We've also got Tango's got past Vital as well. Liam, yeah, Hannah look coming down into turn 4, not quite then, and V-Top then up into as Nolsey's got past Diego. I think Diego just waved Nolsey past there, didn't he, going into turn 3 as we're going down into turn 4. I love this shot, by the way. Fantastic stuff. And there's one of the lakes then. I don't know where the other one is. I'm presuming it's on the other side, isn't it, really? I think it is on the other side, isn't it? Emerson is still only 4/10 of a second away from Gurman. We're on board Danger Times, and William is struggling now. He's really struggling on those soft tires. And Equals is doing a brilliant drive out there. This is best drive of his career in ALR thus far. And he's had some great drives, but this one is very much top and tail above the rest of them at the moment. Good stuff indeed. That Gurman is gaining. He's well within DRS range. I wonder if he's going to go down to Lake Descent then, as Danger Times is flying. He's on the outside. He's having a to go. Not quite, though. Not quite. Murphy has got past Diego then, as they came to blows, didn't they, in turn 4 a couple of laps ago. Mr. Elite and Liam is also fighting as well. Liam is still there. He is still there. Danger Times at, oh gosh, Danger Times over the 4th position there. William down into 5th. And Danger Times then is having a great time out there at the moment. Mr. Elite has just got past Liam, or has he then? Oh gosh, and oh my word, look at this. And oh, great stuff indeed there. North has got past Vital as well. Vital is on the hard tires, of course, so Vital is going to go a very, very long way at the moment then. A very long way then in this race that he is on the hard tires. I'm just trying to compose myself. Well, these have been 13 absolutely astounding laps here tonight, haven't they? Really good stuff indeed then. Really enjoying this Grand Prix. I've got to say, so far, it's been one of the best opening rounds of the Grand Prix thus far. And look at this, Jonathan is looking very hungry for more now, isn't he? He's looking like he wants to get past Cowie and move himself up into the pits. And that's our first coming into the pits then. And now that is Cowie. He's going for the undercut. I've just read a comment in there about the undercut. I'll talk about that in a minute. Total Pete in 7th position now. He's got I think he's got about a 4-second window for Total Pete to really put the hammer down. Has he got enough tire? Has he got enough tire life left into those soft tires? And a lovely shot from the rear wing here. Danger Times then. We're coming down then into turn 4. And William there is still keeping up with these guys at the moment. He's only scored like once in his ALR career so far, William Mazar, but this is a great performance there from William there. Fingers crossed then that he gets some points on the board, because he richly deserves it, don't he, from the McLaren driver indeed. Let me quickly go for the comments there. Pit stop time shortly there for Digger said. Bailey going go German there. German has to undercut, and Emma needs to turn his his hacks on there. So I'm wondering that if German there might be hearing the appeals and hearing the fans there of him going in the pits, but he's not going in the pits, has he, German hasn't? So German there is not heeding the advice there from our viewers at the moment there, but we got Danger Times has got past equals, and now I'm in the 3rd position. Danger Times, I think it's going to be a very dangerous man then, pun intended, later on in the Grand Prix. Looking forward to this one there. I'm wondering then if German there is going to come in the pits now then, because this is going to get very exciting indeed. There's Pease in the background there. He was involved in that battle, wasn't he? There, he was really pushing the envelope, wasn't he, in the early stages of this race there. Him and Emerson was there. The whole lap there was almost side by side. It was absolutely one of the best opening laps you'll ever see in ALR. Goodness me, and that is definitely going to go into the flashback, in ALR's YouTube, isn't it? Because I'm loving that. Unfortunately, the Total P's are going to be loving the outcome of that race, outcome of that battle though, as he has got some. He's got, I think that's the second, 3-second penalty down. So that now makes it up to 6 then. So then we're on lap 16 in this race. So we've only had one driver in the pits. That's Cowie. He has gone to the hard tyres now until the end of the race. But I'm thinking that German and Emerson might be thinking about going on to the medium tyres. And I wonder if it's a straightforward one stopper around here. Well, we're going to find out then. Equals is the first of is the second of the top rounds to come in the pits. That has left Danger Times. We're not expecting Danger Times in there for a few laps yet then. But it looks like it's going to be a simple one stopper. I'm wondering if Cowie has made a mistake there by going on to the hard tyres perhaps, but we'll find out later on. But he has gone for the undercut, hasn't he? And Milan there, former Ferrari driver, saying German undercut, go. As yes, everyone is urging German there to go for the undercut, isn't he? So that is that the race winning strategy here perhaps then? Well, we'll find out now, but he is really pushing Emerson. He's been pushing Emerson all the way since Pisa had that spin there, didn't he, coming out of up the hill then of up the hill out of Young Cow. So German there does have the pace. I remember he might be thinking about last season's race, so he had a puncture with 2 laps to go, with 1 lap to go, Fury, didn't he? As he was on lap 35 where he had a puncture at this point here in the Grand Prix, and that allowed Gamer to win the Grand Prix, didn't he? And of course German was also driving this Haas car as well. Cowie and Murphy there are really fighting, and they're both in the pits there simultaneously then. So yes, German's missed his opportunity to go for the undercut. Murphy is look at this queue of cars here. That Emerson and German are coming in the pits. Undercut German, come on then. Danger Tom's doing amazing on the medium tires as well. V-Todd on harsh is looking good too there from Serious Mushroom there. Unfortunately, the undercut didn't happen there from German, and they're coming out the pits now. Danger Tom's leads the Grand Prix. Cowie is now all over the back of Nosey. Nosey comes into the pits as well after his drive-through penalty for the jump in the start. Where that was a software glitch, I'm not sure. And now is Diego having a look down to turn one there, but Murphy is not going to be yielded to that early as a William there also in the coming out of the pits as well. And there he is, that he needs to get on from this queue of cars, and he does so. So that is important for that's important from William. Look at Cowie though. The undercut is not worked at all for Cowie, has he? Because he's been stuck in this traffic. That is the problem for the undercut. I'm wondering if German might have one of German was sitting that issue as well, and that's why he didn't go for it. German is there he is, and so he's still matching Emerson at the moment now. And I wonder if he's just going to be sitting there and waiting for Emerson to make a mistake. And the world champion does make mistakes often though, does he? Liam is just got up in as Jonathan is struck. Jonathan's got a puncture. He's got a puncture on the Renault car, and Jonathan, oh goodness me, and that might have been why German was concerned there, as he is in the pits there for the Renault car. Oh, what a shame there for the British Italian driver. Jonathan is having the worst of luck, isn't he, this season? He is coming in the pits now for the Renault car, but that is such a shame, isn't it? We've also seen Mr. Lee come in the pits as well, so now these two have got clear air, and we'll see how that happens. So Jonathan going on to the hard tires. He is the concern, is he, about tyre where Jonathan is then, unfortunately. And Murphy is having a look on the inside of his teammate there. Cowie is now in front of this battle, in which he'll be very relieved about, because it's going to get very hot, isn't it, here now? And look at this, and now he's coming down the hill. Murphy is Murphy has very much been in the thick of the action tonight, but he's up on the inside, passes V-Todd, and jobs are good. Diego's through as well. Diego is through. V-Todd drove down the order, and yes, his teammate got by that also. That also cost V-Todd the position there, and Pease on the inside there. Wow, that was all or nothing there for Pease. He threw it against the wall, and if it's pasta, it stuck. It sticks, and if it's done, it did stick. And Pease is now into 11th position. Good stuff indeed there. Well, that's how I check to see if my pasta is ready anyway. But Pease is now right underneath the rear wing of Diego, going down to Magulio as well. The dive now into Jung Kao as well, and these are famous corner names here in Interlagos. German once again then is showing his teeth in that Haas car. They got a second to themselves, and Liam and Danger Times Liam just trying to get to a sensible window there and going to the soft tires. And the soft tires last about 15 laps or so, didn't it? Jonathan got puncture on lap 16 there, and German there. Oh, I'm wondering if Danger Times there, and Peace is up the inside of inside. Now he has the inside of Diego. He is through, passes the racing point driver, and moves up to Terminus now. So Peace back into the points as well. A very aggressive driving tonight from Peace. I'm loving it. Brilliant stuff indeed there, just chucking it up left, right and centre. Amazing stuff indeed there from Peace. Will come down into Yunkao. Sorry, late to say as well. And just back with this battle here then. So I'm trying to keep my eyes on this one and the other battles as well, but this has been an absolutely sensational Grand Prix, hasn't it? So far, lap 19 out of 36. We're already halfway through this race. Oh, ridiculous stuff indeed. Into the pits comes Danger Times then. So Danger Times then, if he's gone on to the soft tyres, then that is about 17 laps or so, 16, 17 laps or so, which is about the amount of laps that Jonathan's on his soft tyres. Remember, they did qualifying as well, so Danger Times should be able to get him to the end of the race from here. Liam now leads the Grand Prix. Good stuff indeed. That German there would like to be a lot closer than what he is, but unfortunately that's not going to happen there. We've got Peace there, who's just got past Murphy there. Tango is up in the full position now as Emerson is through, passes Liam. German would like to have been a bit closer on that one, so he could have really put the pressure on. Danger Times come out in 5th position now. Danger Times might be, I think he might be a major problem for these drivers, because he is only about 10 seconds away from this battle here with 16 laps to go. Oh, this race is far from over. It really is indeed then for Danger Times. We'll see how this one plays out. He is behind Tango, so Tango's got a bit of a queue forming behind him, hasn't he now? And here is this queue here then. It's got Tango equals on a brilliant race at the moment, and he is the highest of the medium riders in this queue, isn't he? That has stopped then. So when Tango and Liam comes to the pits, and Equals will be up into 4th position now. This is a brilliant drive from Equals. So look at this, he's hacksawing away there. William there would like to is very much on the back, and there's Danger Times. He's all over the back of Tango as Tango is just coming into the pits then. And Liam going onto those soft tires then, of course, so it's soft tires now to the end of the race then for Liam. And of course, who else was coming? I think Tango came in the pits as well. He was now to do a fourth position then. William on the fifth then. 12 Peace in sixth position there with Cowie in seventh then. Eighth position is V Todd yet to stop then. Liam coming out the pits as well. Jonathan with that puncture has really cost him a lot of time in this race then. And look, Liam's going to be out in front of him as well. He is out in front of him. He's also on the soft tires as well. So, double whammy there for Jonathan, unfortunately. We got Tango out in the 13th position, Nosey in 14th, Diego in 15th, Murphy is coming out in a 15th position as well. Mr. Elite has just got past Jonathan now and moved up into 10th position there. Jonathan struggling on those hard tyres, unfortunately. Gurman now 6/10 a second away at the moment now from Emerson. Now Emerson's not walking away from this race at the moment, is he? He is just about keeping sorry, I know it's wrong with my tongue now. Keeping Emerson, sorry, keeping Gurman in the play at the moment. Keeping him at arm's length, I should say then. Which is exactly what he needs to do, isn't it? A good sub indeed then. Right then, let's take stock, Joe. We're on lap 22 then. And it is Emerson and Gurman there who are fighting for all the marbles. And danger times in third position is the highest of the soft runners there. And he is going to be it might be a thorn in the side of these two drivers later on down the line, depending on how long he can keep those soft tires in the window for. In fourth position there is Equals. He's on a great day, Equals is in the Mercedes. This is his best performance in his ALR career so far. Jonathan and Mr. Elite there fighting for this final points paying position. Monero will become 9th and 10th and when Vitard eventually comes into the pits. And Mr. Elite then he's on the medium tyres and he's on the softer short tyre. The comparator Jonathan, he's up the inside there. Jonathan is trying to go back at him. And here the moment now, you can't say that Jonathan's race has been very much waylaid, hasn't it? Because of the puncture. Because of the puncture just before the lap before he's coming in then. So he's lost a lot of time, Jonathan has there. And he's down at 11th position. That's why he's throwing the hard tyres till the end of the race. And unfortunately for Jonathan, but he might have a life compared to the drivers on the soft, so maybe in the medium side that come to the pits earlier, the likes of Cowie, for example, who's done 7 laps onto those hard tyres already. Goodness me then, but if those are the medium tyres, I don't think they would have got to the end then, but I think that's why Cowie's gone to the hard tyres then. So he may have done his homework then, and I probably haven't, and that's why Cowie went onto the hard tyres. So yes, indeed then. So Cowie is only one of 2 drivers that went onto the hard tyres in their final stint then. William's got another penalty at one, and in terms of the penalties, William has 3 seconds of penalty. That's only his first penalty. I apologise, William. So we got 6 seconds there for into the pits. There comes Indian Jesus then. So Indian Jesus in the pits then for the McLaren team, and he has a thrown on the soft tyres now until the end of the Grand Prix. He's down in 16th position now. William is then unfortunately in no man's land at the moment. Yeah, 3 seconds of penalty for Williams, 6 seconds for P said, 9 seconds for Cardboy, who's having a miserable Grand Prix. It's the unfortunate Cardboy is in second position in the World Championship over there. Today, whatever happens today, he would not have lost that second position. He's 62 points in front of Knowlesy, 74 points in front of Pease as well. Then. So Pease there at the moment is only scoring 8 points. That's just about enough for Pease to keep in that second position. But it's going to have to be a huge problem for Cartboy in the next race as well if he wants to get that second position. Then coming across the line as well, Gurman there is still very much keeping tabs now on Emerson. I've got to say, I've lost my breath in this one. Oh my word! Into the pits comes V Todd on lap 24. Then so he finally comes to the pits. So he's going to have fresh soft tyres now until the end of the Grand Prix. That may help V Todd to propel himself up a few positions or so, but the Alfa Romeo team are not getting any points as it stands at the moment, nor is the Racing Point team either, and that is crucial in the Constructors' Championship as well, because the Racing Point team are only 11 points away from McLaren, but they're only 2 points in front of the Haas team as well, and the Haas cars have got second position and 7th at the moment now, which is very which is, of course, that's very crucial, isn't it, for Haas if they want to get into fourth in the constructors, and maybe even get third as well, with the McLaren team of William and the own driver squad runner of India Jesus languishing down in 16th position now. Now we've got Tango and Mr. Lee are all over the back of Jonathan's car at the moment. Jonathan is struggling, isn't he, on those hard tyres? He looks like he's trying to get the tyres up to temperature here, and Tango is now swarming all over the back of that Ferrari, and Mr. Lee is swarming all over the back of that Renault as well. out of young cow and coming up the hill once again. William is 3/10 of a second away, and German there is is he going to have a look? That he just ran out of road there, didn't he? Going down into turn 4. Wow, incredible stuff indeed. Tango has got past Mr. Lee. He has got past into the center. He's having a look at Jonathan. They're wheel to wheel, and Jonathan, and oh gosh, and Tango is off the second. Oh my goodness me, they're almost banging wheels in out of turn 3, and Tango does have the soft tires. He has the tire life. Mr. Lee is going on the inside as well. Where is Mr. Lee? There he is, and he's on the inside. Passes Jonathan. Jonathan's lost 2 positions there in that quick space of time as well. But Jonathan's not giving up there, and he's going back on the inside there. But Mr. Lee there has the high ground. He slams the door shut on Jonathan's wing, and Mr. Lee is now in 10th position there. So now Mr. Lee then could just start to use the tires to his advance then, and pull away then. Just Marshall thinks that Danger Times will run out of tyres, and on those soft tyres, he's down to 6.1 seconds. The gap is at the moment. The battle for the lead there is still 3 times a second, and Pease is coming out up, and he's past Equals. And unbeknownst to me, then Equals has lost position there to William there, and Pease is through as well as Equals dropped down into 6th position there. Cowie's got a penalty for his troubles as well. William in 4th position now. Pease in 5th position. Equals down a stunning drive in 6th, then isn't he? Equals is then. I think as long as Equals there keeps it clean there, he'll still be in front of these two because he hasn't got a penalty, has he? And they just got base with her so close to celebration. Come on, German, let's go then. He might catch them, but he'll be dead by the time he gets there. In terms of the tire life for the Danger Times yellow flag, as I think it's the AlphaTauri of Cardboard just getting out of the way. Lovely shot here. German is 6/10 of a second away. He's still 6/10 of a second away at the moment. He's a bit further back than what he'd like to be at the moment. German is Emerson might be. It's really trying. I think he's very much harvesting in the middle sector there, isn't he? Pease is now really, he doesn't need to harvest anymore, does he? Pease is, we're on board now with Pease. Well, he may do actually, but German is quite close, coming down the back straight now. Pease is up into 4th position. He's got past and up into 4th. German there once again running out straight, isn't he? But he is just very much mirroring Emerson. We're on board with German there. One slight mistake there, it's going to win or lose at the Grand Prix here tonight. That Emerson is very much under the cost there from the Silver World Champion, isn't he? From German, and of course German, the season 2 Silver World Champion. He loves it around here, doesn't he? He wants to and put the wrong of right from last season and win this Grand Prix here tonight for German. And this will be German's 4th Grand Prix win of his career in gold. Then he's on a magnificent first season in gold as he's come up the ranks, German, as he's gone from bronze to silver, now to gold. And yes, indeed then. And he doesn't look, and he looks like he's at home here in gold as well, doesn't he? It doesn't look like he's out of place at all, does he, German? Brilliant stuff, then. And then coming up the hill as well. German's going for it. He's going for it. It's on the outside. German takes the lead in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Emerson is down in a second. German takes the lead. As I've got 2 rubbish camera shots there. And German leads the Brazilian Grand Prix. 28 laps. He's been mirroring Emerson. And he's taken off. But can Emerson get back at him? Remember, Emerson has been very much under siege, has he, in this race, from Pease and now from German right from the get-go. Oh, my word there. And now German is up into, is taking the lead at the Brazilian Grand Prix. That is exactly what he's been trying to do all race. Magnificent stuff indeed. The fans go wild then. Jonathan is up into 10th place. He's got past Mr. Lee. Great stuff there from Jonathan there. I wonder if he's found the sweet spot on those hard tires now. In the I was going to the Jordan again. In the in the Renault, but just as I said, Mr. Lee is coming back past down into turn number where are we? Turn number 4 then. Look right. There's the Renault car. And now we're on board with Jonathan. Look left, there's the Ferrari. Murphy's got a 3-second penalty. Jonathan has to back out that one, but I think he's found the sweet spot on those tires, hasn't he? He has indeed that. Now then, German is German's trying to repel the attack, but Emerson's coming back, and he's back for it. He takes the lead, then a 129 out of 35. Wow, magical Grand Prix here. And look at this, it's the two champions here of gold and silver, and it's going wheel to wheel here in Interlagos. He's got DRS, and German there is coming back at him, and I think the straight's going to run out of the moment. So German there has got past, but Emerson gets past him there and retakes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Absolutely sensational stuff indeed then. Oh, absolutely magical stuff, absolutely incredible here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Right, I was trying to go through the classification a couple laps ago, but I completely forgot about that. So at the moment, it's Emerson and Gurman going head-to-head, wheel-to-wheel. The gloves are off fed. The championship's been decided. The construction's been decided as well. Haas still has something to play for. But I think that Gurman now just wants this win, doesn't he? That's what he wants. He wants the Grand Prix win. Danger Times, there he is in the background, 3 seconds away, 4 seconds away from this battling duo here. We got Total Pete had a great recovery drive. He drops all the way down to 14th, 15th. He's back up in the 4th now. But William there is keeping him very much at bay. Equals has been Mudrider today so far in 6th position. Magical stuff there from Equals. And he is still in a net 4th position with the 2 drivers in front of him. Getting penalties. He has it. Cowie in 7th position now on the hard tires. Liam, and Tango 8th and 9th and Mr. E in 10th and Jonathan in 11th for the moment there. Nosey recovering from the drive-through penalty earlier on in 12th position now. 13th was Murphy. Him and Diego came to blows down in turn 4. And unfortunately that's really hurt Matt Murphy's race today. Diego in 40th position. V. Todd in 15th. He's on soft tires, but I think he's a bit too far back. Injured Jesus in 16th position now. Cardboy is not really recovered, has he, since the early lap skirmish there. He's down in 70th position. Guna in 18th position. Retirements as Canetti and a Lost Souls both had a race, and Canetti retired here. Lost Souls called it a day and came to the pits, unfortunately, and is out of the race then, which is such a shame then. Back on board then with German in the mud, and we're keeping our focus on this bar here. I'm also keeping a look at the tower as well, because Murphy is giving Knowlesy some calls for concern. He knows he's got no pounds at the moment. Good stuff indeed. Then lovely over the shoulder shot here, the halo cam here from German now, and there's his rival just in front of him as well, which is Emerson. Mona Emerson there kept his cool and took it and got back past. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. That and coming down the hill once again, and German there is just too far back at the moment, and back on board Gurman. He's got a lot of overtake here at the moment, doesn't he, Gurman? So I wonder if he's doing some I wonder if he's just getting the old trying to harvest some Earth now as well. Go back to that in a minute, because we've got Murphy who has got past Knowlson and Mr. Lee and Jonathan there. I can't seem to leave each other alone at the moment in the battle for 10th and 11th position there. Good stuff indeed there. And look at that, we've got the telemetry down the right hand side of the moment there, but I think that's meant to be for Gurman and Emerson at the moment there. 3 second penalty then for the efforts then of V-Top then. So yeah, and now look, Emerson's got a lot of overtake, and so is Gurman as well. So and they're kind of equaling each other out at the moment, haven't they? Vitar's just got overtaken now by Indian Jesus said. So that's what both drivers are doing, they're just harvesting. Danger Times is 3 seconds back. He's just under the crest there, going into the first turn there. We might see him there. There he is, and we had a flash of the white Williams there. Danger Times in third, going for his third podium in 4 races there. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. And we're coming down into turn number 4 again then. We're on lap 32 out of 36. This race has been brilliant. There's been no safety car. Has there been a virtual safety car? I don't think there has there? This has been a brilliant race. This has been one of my best races of the season thus far. Absolutely mega stuff indeed there. Emerson has been, gotta say this season, Emerson has been very much said, has been the yardstick, has he? The measuring stick then of gold then. But tonight he has been very much pressured, hasn't he? From Pease and now from Gurman as well. And Gurman there, and I think that Gurman there has not left him alone, has he? Emerson, to Emerson's credit there, he has not buckled. He has been under pressure since the get-go, hasn't he? 32 laps of pressure, and Emerson has not cracked, has he? He's a tough old egg, isn't he? Emerson is fantastic. Gurman though is not going to let this one lie down. He wants to win his 4th Grand Prix of his career. He wants to put right the wrong of last season as well, after he had a puncture, didn't he, with a couple of laps to go. Bailey and blatant rates there was absolutely loving it. Digger's saying there, keep it clean Equals there, because of course he doesn't have no pounds there, and keep focus, and that's exactly what he's doing then. 2 Titans going to war. Bailey is saying, and Troy said this is brilliant, both in their cars from last season too. If Danger Time does does them both. I'm going to eat Curly's hat then. You can have it, mate, but it won't happen. I think the Danger Tom said is running out of time now. I think he might run out of tires as well. These two are, goodness me, I gotta say, this is an absolute gladiator kind of battle, isn't it, between Jonathan and Mr. Elite then. And two drivers then. Of course, that was Mr. Elite who sat in his car last season. Was Jonathan there? It was sat in that Renault car last season. Mr. Elite is one half of the Constructors World Championships last season. This season then Mr. Elite flying the Scuderia Ferrari and in 11th position. Well, good stuff indeed there. Oh, absolutely. This has been a magical Grand Prix as well. Thank you all for joining us. Well, I love the comments. Keep them coming in, guys and girls, and because it's been magical stuff indeed. You've been very, very helpful indeed. That is, I've had no earthly idea what's been going on in some of this race. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then, and going back to the front, and I'm just trying to look at other people. But as soon as I start looking at other people, these two are within half a second of each other again. Lovely shot here from the rear wing of the Haas car. As there is Carboy in the background now, who's second in the world championship at the moment. But this is a day to forget there for Carboy. Unfortunately, we didn't see what happened there. Danger Times, I think his soft tyre advantage is now starting to level off then, but he's got no penalties, does he? And there in the foreground there is the only Red Bull remaining in this race, which is Gunnar, who has off to Gunnar and Carboy for staying into this one. Really good stuff indeed there. It's very difficult to keep on in the race there when you've had a nightmare start. And of course there's no safety cars either, as there's Gunnar and Carboy unfortunately hasn't had that luck, have they, either. So very difficult indeed then. So Gurman is running out of time now. He's got 35 and 36. He's got two more chances down the centre essay. He's got two more chances down into turn 4 as well. Emerson needs a look as we got DRS over. Gurman's going on the outside. He's on the outside. Emerson has got in. He's got in deep though, has he? No, he hasn't. He's just about got the line there. Gurman and Emerson, there come the blows, and he's now going underneath the rear wing as well. And now he's coming out, and then look at us, and he's going this way, and now he's down the outside. He takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Fantastic race in there. Emerson there, he had a lack of speed there going over the start-finish straight, didn't he? And because of that, Gurman just took the Grand Prix lead once again. Then lap 35 out of 36. Gurman there. It's just one lap from home, then 1.5 laps from home here. And Emerson had DRS as well, didn't he? But that wasn't enough. Was it? Equals has just dropped behind Cowie. Equals so does have no penalties whatsoever there. Oh, Gurman there was a bit sluggish there, wasn't he? Out of coming out the horseshoe then on the Gurman there almost off the track there. He almost if he goes off too much there, he'll get a penalty. Emerson, we're on board now with a double world champion. Then he is slightly further back at the moment there. Let's see then is Gurman there. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. It's 4 times a second, and look at that. Look at the time there in the left-hand corner of the screen then. It is coming down, but Gurman still has the high ground on lap 36, out of 36 here. And now the shoe is on the other foot, isn't it? Now Emerson's gone from the hunted to the hunter. Gurman's gone from the hunted to the hunted as we go down to, like I said. But Gurman's just done enough, and he's now just a half a lap away from home in this magical Brazilian Grand Prix. Absolutely brilliant Brazil. Gurman there, wow, he has done exactly what he's done an amazing job. It's like Emerson has as well. He's repelled 35 out of 36 laps of pressure there. Gurman is pulling the pressure relentlessly, hasn't he? Almost since the get-go. Gurman there is into the horseshoe as well. I can't tell who's going to win and who's not going to win. Gurman is harvesting furiously on the Haas car. He's going for his 4th Grand Prix win. He's gone very wide there, up into Juncal then. He needs a good exit from here to run the funnel up then. And Gurman there, I wonder if our strides there with Gurman there just sat back until the very last lap of the race then. And Gurman there is going to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. He wins the Brazilian Grand Prix, his 4th Grand Prix win of his career in ALR. Danger Time has got it down to 2.1 seconds. Magical stuff indeed. What a Grand Prix that was. That was absolutely great stuff indeed. Then the best race of the season for me so far. Oh, magical stuff indeed. Gurman wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. His 4th Grand Prix win of the season then. And of course he was unlucky not to win this one last season, wasn't he? And that is great stuff indeed. William there was less than a 10th second away from Total Peter, who covered to finish a very good 4th position. William, to my calculations, is now out of the relegation zone with just one race to go, which means Dynamo Dan has now been pushed into the relegation zone with 1 round to go. Goodness me. Pressure is very much on indeed there. Nolsey kept his nose clean there and finished in 10th position as well. Good stuff indeed there from Nolsey. Thank you, Picasso, and GG, lads. Amazing race. Thank you very much, Picasso. And Troy, wow. Blatant rage, boom. Digger's great race in there. Come on, keep him in there. Keep him there as well. Happy I didn't miss this one there from Troy. German there, who is top of the podium there. His 4th Grand Prix win of his career in ALR. And wow. And there he is. He's spraying the bubbly. Emerson second today then. And I think that's really... That was magical, wasn't it? There, German has really shown his championship credentials, hasn't he, for next season, I would say. And Danger Times as well. I would be very much looking forward to seeing if Danger Times can have a permanent season goal next season, because he is a quick cookie as well, isn't he? Let's take a final look at the classification, shall we, from a brilliant Brazilian Grand Prix. And oh my goodness me. Whew. It's getting very hot in here at the moment. Whew. Right then, so German, that's his 4th Grand Prix win of the season and of his career in ALR. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Emerson there was under the cosh right from the get-go, isn't he, with Pease and with German as well. He fought him off until lap 35, but in the end there he came up just short. Danger Times, his 3rd podium in 4 races. Magical stuff. Pease, who was unfortunately drawn all the way down to 14 for back up in the 4th there. William is out of the relegation zone, and that is that's very important indeed for William there. Equals, I think that's his best drive in ALR. I think his best result was 5th, but that's his best drive overall. Liam in 7th position, Cowie 8th, and Tango in 9th, and again 2 points for AlphaTauri. Knowles in 10th position there. Jonathan and Mr. Leaf 11th and 12th for Epic Drive. Murphy 13th, Diego 14th, Vidian Jesus 15th, Retard 16th, Cardboy 17th, and Gunnar 18th. 2 retirements and Lost Souls and Canetti both out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. Mr. Lee and Jonathan Cox had the drive, probably the second best battle of the day, and unfortunately got no points there, not got no points there, did they, for that epic battle indeed then. To be honest, I need to, I think I very much need to lie down on this one there, because I am absolutely, I'm flabbergasted after that one. Oh, good gosh there. Right then, we've got one more round to go in gold, and of course then, and there are still some things that need to be, there's still some Constructors' Championship battles that need to be decided. Then Haas have taken a huge step forward then to maybe even getting third in the Constructors' Championship as well. So it's absolutely magical stuff indeed then. And German has joined us in the gantry now as well. Thank you very much, German. Oh, goodness me. German there. What a drive, then. I've got to say, you just sat behind Emerson very much all the way through that race there. You just, was it your plan there just to overtake him there at the end of the race there so he couldn't get a chance to get back at you?
Yeah, I overtook him, and then I knew he had a lot quicker car on the straight, so I just thought I'd sit behind him and save my ERS till the last 2 laps so I could attack him. Then I seen this light flashing, so I thought I'd go for it, and I got past then, and just like I knew he was low on battery, but I was low on the last lap, so I'm just happy to win it really.
Oh, cool! It's a cucumber then. That was magical stuff indeed then, because you sat behind him for so long now. Was it ever in doubt for you then, or did you feel that you had the pace, you had the legs? It was just going to be waiting.
Yeah, I know I was a lot quicker in the middle sector because I had a lot more downforce, but that was the whole plan. I wasn't gonna lead go in front of him and pull him along because I'd have just been a sitting duck on the last couple of laps. So I just thought the best way to win would just be sit behind him, just save my ERS.
In the comments section, there's a lot of people asking, saying that you should go for the undercut. You should go for the undercut, and that sounds to me like that never even crossed your mind. Then were you just going to mirror what he was doing?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It was whatever he was doing, I was doing.
And going on to next season, I know it's on another game, on a different game, F1 2021. I'm looking forward to this now then, and goodness me, because you beat Emerson here in a straight fight as well. It was absolutely magical stuff, Ben. You challenge for the championship next season?
I don't know, it's too soon to say. He's still the best in the league, do you know what I mean? So I've improved in form recently, but I'll put the work in to try and be the winner next season, but you never know really.
Magical stuff, well done, German. You've won the best race of the season, in my opinion. Fantastic stuff indeed, brilliant. I think Emerson, are you in the party in this chat?
I am indeed.
That's a shame. Anyway, what I got to say, German, by the sounds of it there, was just sitting behind you really then, because you had pressure all through the race. But firstly, let's talk about that first lap between yourself and Pease. That was epic there. Almost the whole lap you were side by side with Pease.
Yeah, it was a really good battle between the both of us. We left it was really respectable racing. Both left plenty of room, and yeah, I've got to admit it was really really fun to go side by side for that long. I think it was almost 2 laps really, because it was just after the second DRS zone, and then pretty much from then onwards. Through to the next lap at the same point. We were side by side in every corner, but that's why I love this track, because there is so many places that you can go side by side of another car. It's like a classic kind of track where you don't really see that in a lot of places in the modern life circuits. But yeah, it's a classic track like this, and it was a really fun battle. And shame he had that little bit of a moment, because I think it could have been a really interesting fight. Then I mean, that could have brought danger times into it as well, because he was only about 2.5 seconds behind. So if Pease was there, maybe fighting throughout the whole race, but he did great to recover back to P4. But yeah, it was that first part of the stint was really quite fun.
And going on with you, the battle of you yourself and Gurman, I said in commentary about how difficult it must be, because you was under the cosh for 35 out of those 36 laps, and you was just you just had so much pressure put on you. It's incredible how you lasted that long. Then how difficult was it just to see Gurman in your wing mirrors constantly lap after lap after lap?
It wasn't actually as bad as you would think, because I kind of was under the impression, because he wasn't really going for an overtake or anything. I kind of presumed that that's what his strategy was, and then that was the one lap that I kind of let him through, where I not turned everything up, and I was going to try and do the same, but my car and the setup didn't really feel great in dirt. Yeah, so I thought I'd be better off being the one ahead, maybe try and getting out that 1 second if I possibly could. But it was really tough, and obviously I didn't do it. But I was on the 2 warnings as well, so I didn't really want to risk falling back another place to danger times as well with the 3-second penalty. So I think it was the only thing I could really do, other than try and go faster. But yeah, it was a fun race, and I'm looking forward to the last race on this game next week. It's going to be a good one, I think. I like Abu Dhabi, so should be a good send off for the 2020 game. It's 2020, isn't it? Yeah.
It is indeed. Well done, Emerson. And Danger Times, I'm not sure if you're in the party. Hello, Danger Times. Are you here?
I don't think he is, unfortunately.
Well, that's a shame. Never mind. Danger Times, he doesn't want to speak to me. That's understandable, though. Thank you both for joining us in the commentary box. And I can't believe it worked today as well. So, goodness me. It's a great time today, isn't it? Tomorrow night, we'll be back in action then for silver. And it's also a bank holiday as well, which means I don't have to get up. So, I should be as sprite as a daisy. We'll be back in action then for 7:30 UK time for the Silver Grand Prix as well. There's not much going for silver now, is there, in terms of the championships, which have been won by the Renault team indeed. But there is a lot of pride on the line, and there's still also a battle to who's going to be coming up to gold next season. Goodbye.